good, ladies and gentlemen? I'm ScrapMan, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today we are back with another challenge for the scrapper community. So I'm going to challenge you guys to make some bomb art. So for example, this is a super basic example where you have a metal canvas, and then it's supposed to say hi. So this challenge might not be that easy, but I'm really curious to see what you guys are gonna come up with, because I mentioned it in the last challenge episode, and some of you seemed really into the idea of doing some bomb art. So I'm gonna, in this episode, I have a test idea. An idea to kind of use the bomb art in a unique or interesting way, and I'm sure you guys can come up with even more unique ideas. But right off the bat, like, this thing isn't gonna have nearly as many rules as the other challenges, because there's not a particular, like, winning goal or anything. It's very it's art, so it's gonna be very subjective. I'm gonna judge it based off of my personal opinion on what I think is really creative, really cool, really good looking. Like, if you can actually make something kind of accurate, that'd be really impressive. But there are a few rules. One rule is it has to be completely vanilla. I don't want to have to load in a bunch of different mods for whatever reason. I want the bombs to actually be the creator of the art. So for example, if you had like multiple layers, because one thing I want to test right now is how many layers of metal does the small bomb explode? Because what you kind of could do is just have, like, a pixel art thing somewhere, like, in the back. Like, just have, like, a bunch of whatever, and then just explode the whole entire front layer of it and exposing the pixel art. But in that case, the bomb didn't create the art. The bomb just revealed the art. But I have something that I'm going to try in this episode where we're going to use different colors, and I'm going to use bombs to create the art while using different layers of different colors. So that might be kind of interesting to try. But first, I need to know, how powerful are these small bombs? All right, so it looks like we got 2 layers for the small bomb. 5x5. That's kind of tough. It's going to be really tough with a 5x5 to create an accurate or fine-tuned art thing. Is this one any different? Okay, oh, look at that. That's actually a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the small one does 2 layers, 5x5. The big one does 3 layers. Well, what's the radius? Let's just go to the back here. It looks like 10x10. So twice the diameter, but only 1 extra block depth. All right, so there's your measurements for if you're going to use that to measure against metal. Of course, it's going to be different. It's going to be even less accurate or less precise on other materials. I'm pretty sure metal is the strongest one. So now I'm gonna try my idea here. So first, I'm gonna need to build myself a huge wall, because this idea is gonna involve it's gonna involve a lot of space, because man, 5x5, that means like the smallest point, if I'm going to make any type of like angles or anything, it's gonna have to come to like a 5x5 point, unless we could somehow, I was just trying to think of how to make more precise like angles and stuff, but I can't really think of a way to do it. Maybe you guys can in the challenge. But first, I'm gonna build my canvas. We're gonna need a big canvas for this, and then I'm gonna see what we can do with my idea. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my bomb art attempt. Now, this might look like it's gonna be just a block of just nothing, but there's a lot of intent here. This initial bomb layer that you see in front of you is actually just a cover-up of the bomb layer underneath, because the bomb layer underneath is kind of outlining the shape of what I'm drawing, and I didn't want to spoil that. So this bomb layer is going to not only uncover the layer underneath, but also explode the layer underneath. You can see underneath, I hope this doesn't spoil it. I don't think it's going to. But underneath, we just have a solid red wall. We have 2 layers of solid red, followed by 2 layers of solid white. So what I'm doing here is using the bombs to actually create a shape. And you could probably start thinking, based on the color scheme, what it's going to be related to. But let's see if it works. And let me know if you can tell what it is. I am not an artist by any means, so that's why I chose something relatively simple. But after I explode it, I'll explain a little bit of what went into it, so you can have a better idea of what you might be able to do and what I'm kind of looking for. But I hope that you guys can actually think of more innovative ways to use bombs as art. But here we go. I'm going to shoot one, and you're going to see what I've made. It actually works! Look at that! So it's a YouTube play button kind of thing. So basically what I did was, like I said, I made 2 layers of red and 2 layers of white. So that way the bombs carved through the first layer to reveal the second white layer. And then that carving is what makes the art. So because of that, the bombs were a necessary part of the art existing, as opposed to having like your own pixel art drawing and then just exploding a layer covering it. In which case, the bombs didn't actually carve the art, they just revealed the art. So I want to make a distinction between that. I'm not looking for just plain pixel art. I'm looking for art that the bombs actually are responsible for creating, just like this. So what really helped with this is after I drew this red layer, I actually took white and drew an outline of what I wanted to do. And then using my knowledge of the explosion radius of the bombs and how they affect metal, I just kind of placed bombs within that outline. And then once I felt like I had the outline appropriately spaced out, then I just filled it in with a bunch of bombs and then repainted it all red. And this is what I ended up with. Now, I hope that you guys can maybe you might even think of a way to use different materials, different parts. Bathtubs might be included since they're indestructible. Like, it'd be really cool to see what you guys come up with that. So as far as submission deadlines go, obviously you can start creating your bomb art now. You can submit them to the bomb art submissions channel on the Discord with the link down in the description. And I will be closing submissions on Sunday night, so you have the entire weekend to work on your bomb art. I will be closing submissions Sunday night, and then I will be releasing the results video on Wednesday. Normally I do it the day after closing, but Multiplayer Monday comes after Sunday, so I'm actually gonna wait till Wednesday. I'm gonna have to figure out how to thumbnail this without spoiling what I've actually made. I might have to just make something completely random for the thumbnail. You know what? Let's do that right now. We're gonna make a new bomb art. Oh, that was really cool looking. But yeah, let's make a new. This is gonna be a much worse bomb art just for the thumbnail. So I'm actually gonna show the process of building this. So what else is something simple that we can do here? Ooh! I got an idea. I got an awesome idea with the layers. All right, so I'm going to use this like different layers of colors and take it to another level here and try to create like a scene, like I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be interesting. But first I got to build my canvas. All right, so here we have layer 1, or the top layer, I guess. So I'm going to have a 4-layer piece of art. Actually, let me just make sure. I just want to confirm that the big bombs go through 3 layers and nothing more. So this should have... Actually, let's put them down sideways just in case it makes a difference. So this should have 1 layer still left. All right, excellent. So with the big bombs, we can have 4 layers of metal. So that's good. Now, one other thing I want to consider is what if I only want to go through 1 layer? If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and put this in the center. Oh, there is no center. Hold on. How do I do this then? How do I get rid of just this 1 layer? That worked. Or what if I just do 4 like this? What's gonna happen? All right. Oh, wait. Hold on a second here. This doesn't make any sense. I thought these went through 2 layers. Didn't we establish that these went through 2 layers? Something weird's going on here. Hold on. It's only going through 1 layer? Do I just have a terrible memory? I could have sworn at the beginning of the video, this went through 2 layers. Okay, something different's happening here. Is it because these different layers are different sizes? It must be because the different layers are different sizes. So here, if I put that and that, this is gonna go through both of them. But if I put that and that, it's only gonna go through 1 of them. That's my bet right now. Okay, that was all. What is going on? I'm not understanding this. Like, it goes through 2 layers on this wall, right? It goes through 1 layer on this wall, though. I don't understand. How am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to measure things out? It's 2 layers again on that wall. This is gonna make my job a lot harder. This is gonna make all of our jobs a lot harder. There must be some determining factor that I'm just not seeing right now. Okay, so now I have to find out on this wall. I know it goes through 2 layers on this wall. So if I put an extra layer here, it should go through just the 2 layers, right? Okay, that worked. All right, so I guess once we build our canvas, we'll just do a test explosion and see how many layers the small bomb does on this particular canvas. And then we'll have our answer of what we need to do. So first layer is gonna be this color. So I'm just gonna spawn this back in for another layer and paint it our next color. All right, so now we have layer number 2. I hope that the big ones, I really hope that the big explosions don't also vary whether or not they go 3 or 4 or 2 or 3. I don't know, I haven't seen any variation yet, but I'm gonna be a little bit worried if we can't get any consistency on these. Because otherwise, this whole plan is just not going to work very well. All right, so now we need a 3rd layer. All right, so now we have our canvas. I've got 2 layers of the tan color, 1 layer of the dark blue, 1 layer of the light blue. Can you figure out what it's going to be yet? Well, we're going to do some tests, and first I have to see what the explosions are like on this thing. All right, so I'm just going to put a variety of explosions of explosive canisters down and see if we get any consistency with how far they penetrate through the layers. All right, here we go. So this should go through 2 layers, revealing a blue layer. And it does. Now, all of these ones should then as well. All right, that appears to be working. These should go through to the last layer, revealing the light blue layer. And that appears to be working as well. All right, I think I have this exactly how I need now. So I'm just gonna respawn this thing back in and get painting with our explosives. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually really nervous about this. I did not realize going into this how many bombs I was gonna need to do what I think I'm doing. And I'm worried that how many bombs there are is gonna lag and then create inconsistencies in the explosions, but there's really only one way to find out. If it doesn't work, I'll tell you what I tried to do, but hopefully you can at least tell what I tried to do. But given, like, the different contours I had to do, it was impossible to, like, completely cover everything. But, I really hope it looks cool. In 3, 2, 1, go! Please work, please work, please work. It, like, kind of totally almost worked, other than just, like, a few little things, like, right there, and right there, and right there. Can you tell what it is? Can you tell what it is? It's an island on an ocean with the sun up in the corner. So there's actually, like, this worked exactly as I was hoping, pretty much. I mean, there were little inconsistencies, like, there's no reason why that should be there, I don't think. Or those things, really. But, yeah, so from the side, you can see, here's how the different layers were coordinated. Each layer is a solid color. So these are just separate layers that have been, blown through to carve out, this oceanscape, I guess. I am, like, super surprised that that worked. So this is just an example of an idea of how I thought the bombs could be used. You don't have to do this. You can actually just have it carve out something regardless of layers and colors. You could do the layer color type thing that I'm doing here, or you could have a completely different idea that I've never thought of. I'm really hoping to see some unique ideas when it comes to this kind of art, quote unquote. But yeah, make sure you join the Discord if you haven't already and you want to submit a piece, and please make sure that you make it public. When you upload it to the workshop, I won't be able to see it by default. You actually have to go into the privacy settings of your creation and make it public. So I will post all the rules in the Discord, in the channel. There's not really that many, but just so you know exactly what to do. And go check it out there. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.